I guess for me, the menswear is my responsibility, so it sort of falls on my head whether it's good or whether it's bad. But the idea of this particular groom's outfit was thinking about particular people who are customers of World, who are regular, everyday New Zealanders in terms of who they are and how they live, etc. And what I believe that if there were no sort of regulations to their marriage or costs or any other of those sort of barriers that hold you back from really engaging in fashion, what would it be that they would want? And a big part of that would be they would want something that was classic, that suited the occasion, that was specific to the idea of getting married, and also matching the woman's outfit, because of course the man does really always need to follow suit. Excuse the pun. And a big part of that was trying to engage in that formality and that familiar idea of a wedding outfit, but also turning it on its head and changing the identity of that in terms of creating something familiar yet different. The process of coming up with the groom's outfit was quite simple in terms of finding that familiar string that defines a wedding outfit, but turning it on its head. So creating a garment that not only fascinates you intellectually, but also creates a kind of outfit that would really make you feel very different from any other suit in particular that you would wear. A wedding outfit for a man typically is a suit, and so we wanted to change that idea, and we discussed the role in which actually putting that garment on should feel different because it's a world wedding groomsman outfit. The ideas of coinciding with the woman's outfit gave the groom interesting, electrifying, changing sort of atmosphere because of the jeweled element, because it becomes quite, the man becomes the handbag, etc. And we wanted him to stand and shine on his own, even though the woman's outfit was so extraordinary. In regards to the groom's outfit, we've been quite classical in our colour palette, mainly because it seemed like the most appropriate course to take in terms of designing with the woman's outfit in mind, and then letting other elements of the design talk as opposed to colour. Colour is a huge part of WORLDMAN's identity and personality in terms of being bold, in terms of being interesting and different and standing out, in terms of wanting people to push the boundaries of what kind of clothes and what colour of clothes they do wear. And that's something that's very exciting to play with because it's very visual and it's very rewarding as a designer to play in colour. However, with this particular garment in mind for the groom, what we wanted to create was something that looked formal like a wedding, seemed very familiar, but was different for different reasons than turning something around just for the idea of colour. Sometimes with colour, you find that it's very easy just to use a bright colour for the sake of using a bright colour to feel different. And a lot of designers do that who mainly stick to darker, more somber palettes. But for us, colour really is our normal output of fashion. There is no typical WORLDMAN. Even if you tried to typify a typical WORLDMAN, he would never be typical of that typification, if that's even a word. One of the great aspects of World is that our customer base, whether it be man or woman or whatever other species that likes us, there is no typical part to who enjoys our ideas. A big part of the reason that we're not typical is that we're not terribly consistent. We don't do one thing, we don't stick to a game plan, we don't think of anything except for pleasing our own creative desires in design, which means that we're completely a character personality brand that people then have to engage in and desire to be involved with emotionally as well as financially and all of the other things that come with purchasing high fashion. One of the interesting things for me about finding a typical WORLDMAN customer is that it's more about how they think and what kind of person they are, as opposed to any other genre of their life. You may have a teenager coming into the store with his mum and dad spending their money, but you may have a retiree who actually just enjoys fashion. A lot of people think fashion belongs to young people. It really doesn't. Fashion belongs to people who can enjoy whatever clothing that they like. Young people tend to stick in packs and stick in groups, whereas more mature people, whether it be by age or just by personality, enjoy fashion that they really love, and then they tend to buy things that suit them and they don't care what other people think.